You need to move this vehicle.
Sure.
Members only here.
I'm waiting for my husband. He's coming off the boat.
Sure, I don't care about stories.
I have a pass. It's in my bag.
I'm not checking a fake pass.
I can't move it yet. He has the keys.
10 seconds, then you're obstructing. Turn off the car.
Officer Miller had no idea who he was shouting at that day. Maya Vance is a very smart woman. She is a senior federal prosecutor for the Department of Justice. She went to Yale Law School. She has worked in law for 15 years. She handles big cases about ships and port security. She even teaches local police about the law. She knows exactly where a police officer's power ends. Maya was not looking for a fight that day. It was a Saturday afternoon in June. She was waiting to pick up her husband, Marcus. They were going to have a special dinner for their 20th anniversary. Maya was just a wife waiting for her husband to finish work. She was sitting in her car minding her own business. She had every right to be there. She is a platinum member of the Yacht Club. She pays her dues every month. But Miller saw a black woman in an expensive car and assumed the worst. He thought she was someone he could bully. He did not know she knew the law better than he did. Type justice in the comments if you think everyone deserves respect regardless of what they look like. Now, here is what happened next. Officer Greg Miller had a bad reputation in this neighborhood. He was 48 years old. He had been a policeman for 22 years. Many people at the marina did not like him. He had 6 formal complaints against him in just 3 years. Every single one of those complaints was about the same thing. People said he was too aggressive with minorities. One time he stopped a delivery driver for 45 minutes. He said the man looked suspicious. Another time he threatened to arrest a teenager for fishing. That boy was with his grandfather, who was a club member. The staff at the yacht club even had a nickname for Miller. They called him the gatekeeper. He was obsessed with checking people to see if they belonged. He had been told by his boss to calm down before, but Miller felt like he could do whatever he wanted. He thought the club board would always have his back. He felt powerful when he wore his badge. He liked to make people feel small. Miller was used to people being afraid of him. He thought Maya would cry or drive away. He did not realize he had finally picked a fight with the wrong person. This time would be very different for him. Let me know in the comments if you have ever met a gatekeeper like Miller. It was Saturday, June 14 at 4:45 in the afternoon. The sun was bright over the North Pier Private Yacht Club. This is a very fancy place with big boats and expensive docks. The air smelled like salt and expensive wood. Everything was quiet and peaceful. 2 dockhands named Tyler and Sam were working nearby. A few members were getting their boats ready for a sunset sail. Then Miller pulled his police car right behind Maya's SUV. He turned on his flashing blue lights. He did not use his siren, but the lights were very bright. He got out of his car with a mean look on his face. He kept his hand near his gun. He did not say hello or ask if Maya needed help. He just tapped loudly on her window. He demanded to see her ID right away. Maya was calm. She knew she had not done anything wrong. She rolled down her window and tried to explain, but Miller was not listening. He had already decided she was a criminal. If stories like this matter to you, hit the subscribe button right now. We need to show that these things happen in real life. The peace of the afternoon was gone. Everything changed in an instant. "Get out of the car," Miller said. Maya stayed in her seat. "I told you I am waiting for my husband," she said. "He has the keys." Miller leaned into her window. "I do not believe you. I think you are trespassing." Maya reached for her phone. "I can call the front desk. They know me here." Miller laughed. "I am sure they do. They probably know you as someone who sneaks in." Maya looked him in the eye. "That is a very rude thing to say. I am a member here." Miller got closer to her face. "You do not look like a member. You look like trouble." Maya did not move. "I am staying right here. You are harassing me." Miller's face got red. "I will call a tow truck for this car. I will take you to jail for blocking me." Maya spoke clearly. "This is private property. You do not have a warrant. You do not have a reason to stop me." Miller grabbed his handcuffs. "I do not need a reason. I am the police." Tyler, the dockhand, walked over. "Officer, she is with the Admiral," Tyler said. Miller turned and yelled, "Stay out of this, kid. Go back to work." Miller turned back to Maya. "I am giving you one last chance. Get out or I will pull you out." Maya kept her hands on the dashboard. She did not say another word. She was waiting. She knew help was coming. Miller was screaming now. He was making a huge scene. Other members began to stop and watch. They were shocked by how he was acting. Miller did not care. He felt like he was winning. He thought he was in charge. But wait until you hear what happened next. It changed everything for Miller. Just as Miller reached for the door handle, the gate opened. A man walked through in a white uniform. It was Admiral Marcus Vance. He had stars on his shoulders. He was with 2 armed security guards from the Coast Guard. The Admiral saw the police lights. He saw his wife with her hands on the dash. He saw an officer screaming at her. The Admiral walked faster. Maya stepped out of the car. She looked at Miller. "Officer, meet my husband," she said. "He is the one you called a liar." Miller froze. He recognized the uniform. He recognized the stars. An admiral is a very high-ranking leader. Miller's hand dropped from his belt. His face went from red to white. The admiral stood in front of Miller. "What is going on here?" the admiral asked. His voice was like ice. Miller started to stutter. I was just checking. She didn't have a pass." Tyler, the dockhand, spoke up. "That is not true, sir." She tried to show him. He called her a liar. A club board member named Mr. Sterling walked over too. "I saw the whole thing, Marcus," Mr. Sterling said. "This officer was very aggressive. It was shameful." Maya held up her phone. "I recorded the whole thing," she said, "and my car cameras recorded it too. In 4K, one of the Coast Guard guards stepped between Miller and Maya. He was much bigger than Miller." Miller tried to apologize. "I am sorry, sir. It was just a misunderstanding." The admiral did not look happy. "It was not a misunderstanding. It was a threat. You threatened my wife." Miller began to shake. He knew he had made a terrible mistake. He had picked on a woman who had more power than his chief. He had done it in front of witnesses. He had done it on camera. The admiral looked at Miller's name tag. "Officer Miller," the admiral said, "you are done." By now, Miller was starting to see how badly he had messed up. He was not the boss anymore. He was the one under investigation. Type justice in the comments if you love seeing a bully get caught. It felt like the whole world was watching Miller now, and they were. The admiral did not just let Miller leave. He called the local police station. He asked for the chief of police. He also called the Coast Guard legal team. 10 minutes later, 2 police cars arrived. The Marina police chief got out of the first car. He looked very worried. The local PD commander was right behind him. They saw the admiral in his dress whites. They saw Maya holding her phone. The chief went straight to the admiral. He ignored Miller. "Admiral Vance, I am so sorry," the chief said. The admiral pointed at Maya's car. "Review the footage," he said. The chief sat in Maya's car. He watched the video. He heard Miller say Maya did not belong. He heard the threats about jail. He saw Miller refuse to look at her ID. The chief walked back to Miller. He was very angry. "What were you thinking?" the chief asked. Miller tried to make excuses. He said Maya was being difficult, but the video showed the truth. Maya was calm and Miller was the one being loud. The video showed Maya trying to show her pass. It showed Miller calling it fake. The chief shook his head. "Give me your badge, Miller," the chief said, "and your gun." Miller looked like he was going to cry. "Sir, please, I have 20 years on the force." The chief did not care. "You just violated the rights of a federal prosecutor and the wife of an admiral. You did it on camera." He took Miller's badge right there on the dock. Everyone saw it. The dockhands and the members watched in silence. Miller was told to sit in the back of a police car. He was not driving it this time. He was the one in the back seat. Maya was still shaken, but she was okay. The admiral held her hand. "If you think stories like this matter, hit that subscribe button. We are going to keep showing you what happens when people abuse their power." The consequences for Miller were just starting. The story did not stay at the yacht club. A member had filmed the whole thing on their phone. They uploaded it to YouTube at 6 o'clock that night. By 8 o'clock, the video had 100,000 views. People were sharing it everywhere. By midnight, it was trending on social media. Local news stations saw the video too. They saw a policeman bullying a woman for no reason. When people found out Maya was a federal prosecutor, they were shocked. When they found out her husband was an admiral, the story went national. By the next morning, the video had over 2 million views. Maya decided to release the high-quality video from her car dashcam. That video was even worse for Miller. You could hear every mean word he said. You could see the look on his face. This story was shared millions of times. Share this video if you think others should see what happened. People were calling the police station from all over the country. They wanted Miller to be fired. The yacht club issued a statement saying they were sorry. They banned Miller from the property forever. Miller tried to defend himself. He posted a video saying he was just doing his job, but nobody believed him. The proof was right there for everyone to see. He had deleted his own bodycam footage before, but he could not delete Maya's camera. 3 days later, his own union said they would not help him. Even the other police officers did not want to be associated with him. He had become the most famous bad cop in the country. Let me know what you think about this viral reaction in the comments. Maya Vance did not just want Miller to lose his job. She wanted him to learn a lesson. She filed a federal lawsuit against Miller and the police department. She used a special law called Section 1983. This law is for when the government violates your civil rights. Because Maya is a prosecutor, she knew exactly how to win. Her lawyers started looking into Miller's past. They found out he had done this before. They found out he had a habit of picking on people. They found several times where he turned off his body camera during stops. The evidence was overwhelming. The amount they paid, I will tell you in a second. First, Miller was officially fired from the police force. The board said he was guilty of conduct unbecoming an officer. He was also barred from ever working as a cop again in that state. His career was over. The city did not want to go to a trial. They knew they would lose. They offered Maya a settlement of $450,000. Maya took the money, but she did not keep it. She donated every single penny to a legal aid fund. This fund helps people who cannot afford a lawyer. Maya said this was never about the money. It was about making sure Miller could never hurt anyone else. A special order was also placed on the whole police department. They have to be watched by federal experts for 2 years. They have to prove they are not profiling people anymore. Miller ended up moving out of the county. He could not show his face at the grocery store without people pointing at him. He lost his pension and his pride. Maya said the justice was not in the money. The justice was in seeing the badge taken away from someone who did not respect it. Comment, yes, if you think he got what he deserved. A few weeks later, Maya stood in front of a group of reporters. She stood outside the Department of Justice. She looked strong and proud. I am lucky, she said. I have a law degree and a powerful husband. I had cameras in my car, but most people do not have those things. She talked about how scared she felt in that moment. She knew that for many people, a stop like that ends in a tragedy. She said that a badge should be a symbol of help, not a symbol of fear. We cannot let people use their power to bully others, she told the crowd. Her message was very clear. She wanted better training for all police officers. She wanted them to learn how to talk to people without using threats. She thanked the dockhands who spoke up for her. She thanked her husband for being her rock. Maya said that she hoped this case would help other people find their voice. She told everyone to always record their interactions with the police. Your rights are not a gift, she said. They are yours by birth. She was very emotional, but she kept her voice steady. She wanted the world to know that she was not just a victim. She was a fighter. She ended her speech with a very powerful thought. She said that true justice is not just winning a case. It is making sure the system changes so it never happens again. This case shows a big problem in our country. Many people are treated differently because of how they look. Studies show that black drivers are stopped much more often in rich areas. This is called profiling. It happens even when there is no crime. Miller thought he was protecting the club, but he was really just being a bully. Maya had the power to fight back, but many people do not. We need to change the rules so everyone is safe. We need police to be part of the community, not the bosses of it. So let me ask you, do you think Miller should have gone to jail? Do you think the settlement was enough? Do you think this will change how that police department acts? Because if we do not fix the problem of profiling, then we are just waiting for the next Miller, the next Maya, and the next bad consequence. It is up to all of us to watch and speak up. Comment below if you believe that badge should have been taken away sooner. If you think stories like this matter and you want to see more people held accountable, hit that subscribe button right now. We are going to keep exposing these stories. We are going to keep demanding better from the people in power. We are going to keep fighting for respect and for the truth every single week. This isn't just about one officer or one wife at a yacht club. This is about the world we want to live in. It is about all of us standing together for what is right. Thank you for watching and for being part of this community. I will see you in the next one for more justice.